The A vowel, A like lay. Now, we talked about the vocal tract, A. Now, if you look at and A is obviously more closely related in the family of vowels to A. A is more closely related to E than A. See, A, it's one removed. It's one removed going up. So A, E. A and E share some very similar principles and feeling in the throat to each other. And I'm going to go through that in a minute. So we're going to go to the A vowel. Ladies, you're going to be up the octave. We're going to do this again. Now, A's vowel modification is going to go towards like love. Lay, lay, And I'll discuss more where lay can go as it goes up top. As we go into volume 2, we'll go through how these vowels change. So lay will go A, 8 at the top, or lay, oo, depending on the word that we're singing, the word that we've just come off of in a phrase, the vowel A that we're singing now, and the word that we're going to. Let me explain what I mean. It might sound confusing, but this will help you. Think of a gas nozzle, and it's going into a gas can. And there's a certain amount of pressure in this gas nozzle, right? It's going to this gas nozzle. If I go from A to E, that's a huge transition. So if I go, right? That's a big transition. And so there's actually more sound pressure that goes into E, right? All right, now here's what's weird about that. Now E, sometimes in a scale, is easier to sing than A because it's a closed position. It's small, it's closed, right? But it's actually more difficult to sing in a song because if we're coming off of a lot of pressure, right? From A to E, we're actually creating, or there's more mounting strength or pressure, or PSI. Remember the pumping up the bicycle tire? There's more PSI in the throat that we have to manage and negotiate. So when we get to A and E share more of a close bond to each other than A and A. It's too much farther away. So A is going to go to A, and is going to go back to 8 at the top, or it's going to also resume oo, like the A family of vowels, depending on the words we're singing. Let me give you another quick example of this. Let's pretend I'm singing an old Styx song, Come Sail Away, and I say, I'm sailing away, set an open course for the Virgin Sea. Or a Lou Gramm song like Foreigner. Say you will, say you won't, make up your mind tonight. Right? Those are all real small A-E. And the vocal tract stays small. Another example is Stevie Wonder. On New Year's Day. Right? His sounds are real small A-E. Well, let's say, on contrast to that, I'm going to sing Delilah by Tom Jones. My, Delilah, why, Delilah, just couldn't take any more. You know, and I'm real open on the vowels. Well, okay, so if we're in a word phrase, and the word phrase is mostly a style, or in the A position, not as opposed, but A, as in la, position, then that A, we want to sing vowels that are most closely related to that style that we're singing. If we're singing a smaller sound, A-E, we want to sing vowels that are mostly closely related to that position. So as we go up and down the scale and we're intermingling these vowels together, and I know this sounds like a lot of information and it'll make more sense as we go, but as we're intermarrying these vowels or weaving these vowels in together, depending on the style that we're singing and how small the phrase that we're singing or how small in the vocal tract we want to be, we want the path of least resistance, and we want them to be more closely related to whatever it is we're singing. So for our intensive purpose here, we're going to stay more closely related to the E, even though A can share part of the A family of vowels. So it's going to go like this. We're going to continue. Sorry for that long-winded explanation. Hopefully it was helpful. Lay, lay, lay. Checkpoint. Did you remember your breath? Are your lungs about half to 3/4 full? Are you monitoring all of the stuff that's going on with your chest, head, neck, and throat? Is there tension in the jaw? Lay, really spread. Lay, lay, lay. Now, you berries would have already felt the tug of lay, lay. Girls, you probably felt it early on too. For you altos, you probably felt it about 2 or 3 notes ago already. Lay. Let me go to a little bit, like low. Lay. Right? Lay. 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 Here, go to at the top. Now, as we come back down, a problem or thing, what some people do that is a problem, is they hang on to the vowel modification and they drag it down to the bottom. So here we should already be shifting back down to just maintaining the integrity of the A vowel instead of going lay lay. Instead of going straight to on the way back down, we go back to the A. Lay, lay, lay. See, I'm no longer going lay or lay, right? It's staying pure on the A vowel. Very important, because if we drag that vowel modification down to the bottom, again, we lose a lifeline in the video game. Now, we can get these lifelines back, by the way, by reopening the vowel. It's kind of like running over fuel and getting extra fuel so you can go farther in the video game. We can get those back. It's not the end of the world. It's just really hard to set up that open throat A vowel or whatever vowel placement that you're looking to do. All right, let's continue.